Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about project colouring books. So for those of you that have never heard of them, they're basically just a colouring book with the plan or a goal attached to them. So for example, someone might decide to colour an entire book in the same colour scheme, or someone might decide to colour a book and every page they do as a buddy colour. It's just really something to attach to your colouring books that makes it a little bit more exciting when you're doing them. So I have a few on the go at the moment, and I really do like them because when I work in them, I feel like I'm working towards an end goal and not just adding to all those separate pages that you have in all your different colouring books. So these colouring books are the ones that I'm working on at the moment as my project books, and they do give me an end goal. So I really feel like I do want to finish these books. So today I'm just going to go through and give you a tour of what project books I'm working on at the moment. And hopefully I inspire you guys to start some yourself. My absolute favourite project colouring book that I'm working on at the moment is Escape to Oz by Good Wives and Warriors. And my concept for this book is to add collage to every single page and make it a little bit more exciting. And both of my creative outlets that I adore are colouring and collage. So I love that I can combine them both in this book. And I'm really not being too fussy about if I need to lose pages or I need to rip pages out. At the end, it's just going to be a book, and there is going to be added collage pages, and there's also going to be pages that I've had to rip out or destroy the back off to add collage to. So I'm not really fussy about that. But to show you where I'm up to, where I've started, and what's happening in here. It's a bit all over the place. So I've started off by doing the first couple of pages. There is a page missing. If you can see, I've ripped it out because I started to do a page and absolutely hated it. So I just got rid of it. Because this is a project book where I want everything in here just to be what I love and what I want to do. So if I've done a page and I don't like it, I'll just get rid of it. So I've done this page here to start with, which has got a lot of collage on it. I will try and have a look through YouTube and see if I can find any flip throughs that people have done of this book, so I can put some images in the corners of the pages before I did the collage on it. So I've just started off with this one here, and then onto this one, which is definitely one of my favorites. And when I put the picture up for this one, so you can see what this looked like before, you can see I've changed a lot and added quite a bit of collage in there. But when I did do this page, I did ruin the page behind it because I did a lot of cutting out here. So what I ended up doing is just this next page and this page, I just glued these together. So it doesn't matter that that page is missing. And then I've also done this page here with quite a lot of collage in there. I've added in the dinosaurs, I've moved the house, and then added in these little people interacting with the dinosaurs and feeding them. So this page here, my plan is I don't like any of these pictures. So I've got two plans. Either I'm going to glue them together, or I'm just going to do an entire collage on there covering absolutely everything. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this page, but I'll have to try and add some collage. But if I need to cut some of this out to add some collage in here, it doesn't matter because I can just stick them together or collage over the top. And the same with here. With this book, I have realised that a lot of the double page spreads, if you take the other half away, it's still quite a nice picture. So that does not look like it is not a double page spread. So it looks fine on its own as half a picture. So if I did want to collage this into something else, it's not a big deal because I still do have half the picture, which looks like a complete picture. There's a lot of collaging opportunities on this one. These ones here are what I'm finding a bit tricky when I look at them because there's a lot going on. I actually don't want to ruin this page because I love this page and I love this page. So I might just have to add some collaging on top of it instead of integrating it and cutting it out. Also, when I do my project books, if I'm ever looking through something and I find something that I will use in my project books, I rip it out and then just put it in here so they're here when I need them. But with this project book here, with my collaging, I wanted to include, if I'm going to collage in here, I did want to keep it on theme in a way. So I did want to keep it as a Wizard of Oz theme. So I don't want to just go adding like lots of random things in there that have nothing to do with Wizard of Oz. And I will usually use antique books that I find from secondhand shops to do my collaging with. And I have a lot of kids' ones, but I could not find anything to do with Wizard of Oz. So what I ended up doing was I ended up actually going on to AliExpress and just buying these 3 cheap, like really, really cheap kids' books, just so I did have some images if I needed them that had to do with Wizard of Oz. And they turned out pretty well. These images are pretty good. So are these. I was going off what was on, pictures were on the cover, but when you open the books up, they're really not what, that is not a good representation, as I found out. But there's some good pictures in this one. But this one I was the most excited about because the pictures on the cover look awesome, but inside it's more of a cartoony kind of kiddie kind of look. So I probably won't use any of the pictures out of this one, but the other 2 are pretty good. So I always have them there when I'm doing these pages. So if I do need to use some Wizard of Oz inspired collage pieces, I've got them just there. So with this one here, I'm going to cut this out here or put something on top of it. I'm going to add this picture in here because I actually don't like that picture at all. So I can just change it around. And I will find something to put in here as well. And then here, with this page here, which this is just a whip, I haven't finished this yet. I was thinking of getting something in here that he can be cuddling onto and sticking it in here. But I did use some alcohol markers on this page here. So it did go through to these 2 back pages. But like I said, with this page here, that page there can just be used as a single page because it looks perfectly fine. And then I'm going to do a collage on this page around this picture here. And then I'll have to find something to collage onto here. I love these mouse pictures. And then there's a lot back here that I haven't really thought of. I might be collaging some images into the eyes here. I really don't like these pictures. They don't inspire me at all, and I have no interest in colouring them. So I'm either going to stick them together or do an entire collage over these ones. I've done this one here, and I have just collaged in this man in here. So there's a lot that I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I have to add collage in every page. I've started that. That's just a whip. I'll probably add some collage into the sky here. I've done this one with, if you have a look really closely, there's a little man in a rowboat, and then there's the sharks chasing him. I've also just added a tiny little penguin down there. This one here, I'm thinking of also just colouring in this side and doing a collage on this side, because this page here, I really want to actually cut out quite a few of these and add something behind them. I'm not sure what, but I really don't like this page. This is another page that is non-inspiring to me, so I'm fine if I lose that page. And I have started this page, and with my big spider here, I was thinking of somehow draping it. I was thinking of somehow draping it over the canvas. But this is a tricky one because I don't want to lose this page because I actually really like these 2 pages. So I'm going to have to try and think of a way, maybe cutting and pasting little bits on there instead of, because the way I collage is I will just cut into the page and then lift things up and put things underneath. I do a lot of lifting bits and placing things underneath, whereas I will just maybe have to cut little joints in the right place and put them where they should go. And at the back of here, I do add in and just keep a hold of, like I said, some things that when I'm going through my collage books, I might see and think, oh, they might work really well in the Wizard of Oz book, project book. So I'll just pop them in here. So they're always in there when I need them. So that's the favorite one, and that's the one that I do work on the most, and the one that I'm really inspired by. My next project book is The Night Voyage by Daria Song, and I don't really see that many people colouring this book anymore, and I don't know why, because it's the most stunning book. I love it. But I'm going to do the same sort of thing as the other books. I'm trying to add collage to every page, but the difference in this book is I really do not want to lose any of the pages. Whereas in the other book, I was quite happy to lose the pictures and just collage over the top, whereas this one I don't want to, because I like how the story runs through it. So I haven't done that much in this one. This is my longest running project book, but I haven't done that much because when I pick it up to do it, I find it very intimidating. The pictures are beautiful and also really, really detailed, and I don't want to ruin it. So I'll show you what I have done. It's not too much. I've done this page here. So this is one of the first pages I did. So if you can see, I collaged on this big flying cat and then also collaged on these cats here going up into the sun. And then with this page here, I collaged in this whole background. So I actually cut around the actual background and then glued it on. And then I photocopied these from the actual page before so I can add them back into the picture. So that's the way I have to do it if I don't want to ruin the back picture. It's a lot more complicated. It takes a lot more time, but I think it's worth it. So this is just a whip and I'm getting there. I have to just get on and do it because it really doesn't have that much to go on it. Most people have seen this book and you all know how beautiful it is. There's so many good options for collaging. I've done this one as well. This is actually one of the first pictures I coloured in when I started my colouring journey. So it's not got that much shading and things like that, but I still really love it because it brings back that memory of first starting. And I have put in this tree here, and I've also added in this here with the kite and the little hole in the kite. So that is all I've done so far in this book. There is a lot to be done in this book. I have got some little pieces of paper stuck through for what I'm going to do. But I think doing this video has actually reminded me that this book is here and that I really, really do want to do more in it. And this has got the same sort of thing here that I can just put in little scraps of paper or collage that I think I will use in that. I have actually seen, I really cannot remember her name, but there is another colorist that has completed this book and she's added collage to it as well. And it is just stunning. And I love looking at that video and just thinking, I can't wait till the day that my book's completely finished and I can do a video like that of one of my project books that is completely finished. And the next one is Petite Poupees. I can never say that correctly. But this one is an entire book whip. So this is kind of a new thing that I've just started to do. I did see it quite a while ago on Coloured by Maya's channel. And what she was doing was she was doing a complete book whip in one of hers. So what it is, it's just, you just work through it as different whips on different pages. And then as you go, you'll finish the page in time. It doesn't have to be a complete page when you're doing it. So I do have a few complete pages in here. And then just recently I decided to do it as an entire book whip because I got out my acrylic markers and I just really was enjoying colouring in the main images on the page. So I thought instead of completing a whole page, I'll just go through the pages, color in some of the main images, and then I thought maybe I might go through and do some backgrounds, and there's not that pressure to complete a page. I'll go through and show you what I've done in here. The other thing about this book is it is super relaxing. The pictures are really big, they're really easy. You can sit in front of the TV and color them in without just concentrating on your page. You can actually be watching the TV as well as coloring. So I've started this one here with my acrylic markers. What have we got? I did these characters with the acrylic markers, and then my daughter really loves Lilo and Stitch, so I did finish this because I wanted to finish it for her. This is a page I did quite a while ago. So I just put down some masking fluid on this, so then I'm going to do some watercolor up the top here. So that's ready to go with that. This is a completed page that I did a while ago. So that's got some collage on that one. This is the one of the ones I did the other night where I just started off with the acrylic marker. And then a couple of days ago, I came back in and just did a little bit of alcohol marker. And that's why also I love this book. You're totally free to use whatever you like because it's the one-sided. This is the next one I'm going to start off with my acrylic marker and just do the main characters. I did this with acrylic marker and I did end up completing it. I got my gel pens out and a few neo colors and completed the edges there. Oh yeah, there's that one. I completed that a while ago, so that's not actually part of my full book whip. And then this one as well was when I got with my acrylic markers and just went through and colored them all in. So I'm really liking using my acrylic markers at the moment. So I can just go through and color in the main characters, and then I'll come back at a different day and add the background, and then maybe come back at a different day and go through and add all maybe fine liner and everything. But it's more of a relaxing way for me because I do usually feel the pressure of completing a page, and this completely takes that pressure away. So that is all my project books. But I think there's so many different ideas that you can do using project books. When I decided to do this video, I really sat down and thought about some different ideas for some project books that I could maybe do in the future. So I'll go through a couple of those ideas with you, and I thought maybe it might inspire you guys to do something like this as well. So one of the ideas was to colour the book like seasons. So maybe start the first half of the book as spring and then go into summer and then autumn and winter, and use those colours that represent those times of the year. The other one I was thinking is maybe a 1 medium challenge or a 2 medium challenge. So you do the whole book in just watercolor, or maybe you do the whole book in acrylic marker and pencil or something like that. So you've got a guide, and at the end, the whole book's colored in those 2 mediums, which I reckon would be pretty cool. Also, this a limited palette. So maybe you just get a palette, put it in the front of your book, and then they're the only colors that you're allowed to use throughout the book. I actually would find that tricky because I like using a lot of different colors. I also thought of this really awesome idea, but I don't think I could do it because I don't have the skills to do it because I'm really not good at this. But making a whole book like a nighttime book, so coloring every image in the book like it's nighttime. But I can't do that because I've tried coloring in images at nighttime before and just having that glow. And I can do a little bit, but I'm not very good at it, and I couldn't do a whole book. I think it would just do my head in. But could you imagine how cool that would be? Like to look through a whole book and like every single page is colored as a nighttime. I would love to do that. And maybe when my skills get a little bit better, I might give it an attempt and I might try it. But at the moment, it's just an idea in the back of my head, but I think it would be really awesome. Another idea is you could have one of the books that have a theme running through it or a character running through it. And you could make those characters people you know. So you could change the characters around a little bit. So I have a book and it's got a wolf in it and it's got a girl character in it as well. So I was thinking maybe to make the wolf into my dog because I've got a Newfoundland. So if you don't know what a Newfoundland is, I'll pop the picture up on the screen. He's a really, really big dog. So I could use it as the wolf. I just have to change a couple of things, make his ears floppy. And then also make the character that is the girl into my daughter because I think she would really like that, and then give it to her as a gift. But that's another really hard one as well because it's changing I think making the wolf into my Newfoundland would be a bit tricky, but I think that's something fun that I could do even if I tried on a page, and then if it worked I could do the whole entire book about that one. There are so many different ideas you could use for project books, and if anyone has any other ideas, can you let me know in the comments below, because I'm always looking for ideas, because I do find having a project book really fun, and I actually like finding the book that will go with the theme or the project that I'm doing as well, because I find that really fun as well. So, and also if you guys have any project books, let me know. Let me know what they are and let me know what you're doing in them, because I'd love to know that as well. And I wish you could add pictures to the comments, but you can't, because I'd really like to see photos of them as well. But thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time guys, see you later. Happy colouring.